I should probably unmute my mic. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Hi, friends. Hope you're all having a splendiferous day. Splendid day. Uh, Hopefully you can't hear my fan here. I'm out in my living room because I don't trust my office's connection. Tonight I'm just sort of hanging out. Gonna do some writing. You'll be able to see it because it is Underlord related, and since Underlord will be pretty much free digitally it's going to be completely free. Um, just want to open up this opportunity for you to see some stuff in work. This is a pretty big story that I'll be working on tonight, but it's all subject to change. It's all subject to change. You probably won't see the ending tonight, that's for sure. But you can watch it slowly form. I'm going to be mostly pantsing this story. I have a good idea of what I want, but I'm not going to be pushing much further than that. Hey, Nick, thanks for showing up, buddy. I appreciate it, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get on into Superscript. This could be very awkward if I struggle to get the first line even done, but we'll see how it goes. Throughout the night, we might have some people. I sent some invites to people who maybe haven't been on too many streams before, as well as some people who are veterans of comic creation. Just a nice variety of creators might be coming in, might not. Who knows? Could just be me talking to myself all night. We'll see how it goes. But let's get this started. So let me do this. Share screen. Maybe. There we go. For some reason, is it going up? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Hopefully that's showing. So this software is called Superscript, and you can see the other Underlord short that's being worked on currently by the amazing Porygon. I will be sure to share their information here before too long. I'll make sure that they get their proper credit. They did both a piece for the main Underlord story, just kind of a teaser fun bit, and a cover for Dreadbloom. They will be doing all 4 pages of the Dreadbloom short as well, which I am super, super pumped for. But let's start figuring this stuff out here, huh? All right. So if you know anything about clouds, you're probably getting a bit of a spoiler from the title of this story, kind of a one-shot. But this is a prequel story to the main Underlord story, which I'm very, very excited about. Let's see here. All right. So one thing that I like to do when I'm writing a story is I like to start in the middle of a scene already taking place. One of the things that I learned when screenwriting is you arrive late and you leave early. It is better to leave your audience wanting more than to give them more than they could ever want. So let's see here. All right. Is back around. And if I talk as I'm writing, please forgive me. It's just a habit. If it sounds okay in my head, then it's gotta not be too horrible, right? Let's see here. And if you have any questions about Underlord, Bump Back, any other stories I'm working on, Sunchild, which has its big Kickstarter launch here in less than a month. What is it today? Today is the 4th, I think. Yeah, 4th of September. October 1st, you're going to be seeing us launch that Kickstarter. And I am super pumped about that. Let's see here. You'll see me going back and forth on a couple things. I'm writing a first draft live, so you can imagine a lot of this is probably going to be on the rougher side. But we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. This story is going to be just like the rest of Underlord stories, digitally completely free. So a lot of what you might see here today is possibly what you're going to see in panel. Which is pretty cool, in my opinion. But of course, I have an extreme bias. Thank you all for sharing this stuff on Twitter and whatnot. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to make sure I also am paying attention to the chat here. Okay, that helps a bit. Okay, an unruly audience is wrapped around a small party of 5 individuals. And you'll notice probably my horrible spelling. Thank goodness for tools that allow you to see when you are being a silly goofy goose and fix some of that stuff. Make sure I'm saving it here. Always save your files. Always back up your files. I had a story that I was working on earlier today, and I could not find the original file, which ate up some of my time. I was pretty upset about that. I had put in a lot of good work. Now I was able to find the PDFs and fix that a bit, but man, it was frustrating. Okay. You'll see quite a few. Yes. Yes. Always be saving, Miss H. Absolutely. You know what? Let me see here. Something. I got an idea. Because as much as you want to hear my voice all the time, it's nowhere near as fun as when you have friends, right? Let's see here. One second, friends. We're multitasking tonight. Again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I am more than happy to answer. For those of you who don't know too much about Underlord yet, it is a story about a well-meaning gang who, on a journey to make the criminal underworld a better place, they go around bashing in as many heads as possible in some pretty extreme and fun fights. In Underlord, the criminal underworld lives on an extremely strict, yet not so strict system, where they can commit as much crime as possible, as long as they only commit crimes to other criminals. So they get free reign to do whatever they want, as long as they don't mess with anyone who is not a registered criminal or a part of the government. Yes, you can be both. In front of party of 5. Oh gosh, see, I almost put an E on tall. In front of party of 5 is a lone, not long, lone woman. On a crate. Excuse me. On a nope. See, this is part of my problem. I'll get in the flow of something, and then one word will just put me at a complete standstill. But that's just how it works sometimes. And then you get in a groove and you knock out 20 pages like nothing. All good. All good. All right. Sorry, friends. Like I said, I'm multitasking here. Standing tall on a few. Not too important at this point. Just first draft stuff. First drafts can end up being good, but I would recommend always going back through and really tackling what you're working with. You don't want to just accept what it is after you type that final period, that last page, that last panel. It's always worth going through. And if you can afford it, get an editor. Get an editor that you trust, though, right? You want someone who you can trust with your work and trust to help you get to the best version of your story and not the version of your story that they would write. That's the idea. That's the goal. Okay. Do this. I typically, I know not everyone does this. I typically like to introduce new characters in my comic scripts with a completely all caps name. I've brought that in from screenwriting. I know some people do that already for comic writing. It's something I learned from screenwriting that lets your artist know, or lets you know if you are also the artist, that you need to start considering where a new and since a character has been properly introduced, you need to be aware of where they are at all times now until they are no longer in the scene, dead, or who knows what. So we have introduced this woman who is standing tall in a few crates as the announcer. Oh, let's see here. Sorry, friends. Like I said, I'm multitasking here. I'm getting some messages while also doing this. Trying to do my best to knock everything out at once. I wonder, can we just do this? Would this help? Because this is meant to just be a live stream deal. Would this help? Or is it going to be too loud? It's probably going to be too loud. But we're going to see how it works. If that ends up getting too loud, let me know, friends, and I will turn it down. I just figured some lo-fi or something might help. Because as beautiful and as wonderful as my voice is, it is far from the most entertaining thing in the world. Some background music might help. The idea is to chill, have fun together. If you can come on, you can come on. If you can't, you can't. Hakuna Matata, friends. We're just here hanging out, having a good time. Okay, so one of the best examples of jumping in on the scene in the middle is The Social Network. The opening scene of The Social Network starts in the middle of a conversation between Jesse Eisenberg and Rooney Mara. I think it's Rooney. Is her middle, or is her name? It just starts in the middle. Not hearing any music. Okay. Figured that might be a thing. And that's okay. Hakuna Matata. No worries. I'll figure that out sometime. We'll figure it out sometime. Oh well. Thank you for letting me know, Mrs. H. I appreciate it. Hey, we got Ictus in the house. How you doing, man? What is up, Total Excellence? Yes, Ictus. This is a sneak peek to an individual Underlord script. We this I guess spoilers. If you if you want to pause the video for the next 10 seconds here, or I guess mute the video for the next 10 seconds here. The story we're writing here is basically how the Underlord, who is no longer Underlord when the official story starts, basically how they became Underlord. So Underlord CBFG is that story. Could be a longer story. Could be a very long story. We'll see how it goes, though. It's not something that'll probably come out before the first official chapter, but it's something that definitely will be coming out at some point. Let's see here. Like I said, the idea is to start in the middle here. Dang it. One of the reasons, now, I have thankfully gotten very kind compliments on my dialogue. Part of that is because I will obsess over it until I don't hate it. So that is that's the secret. That's the secret formula is obsession and self-loathing. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to do this. Announcer. Oh, and there we go, friends. We've got Neostar Productions in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Let's see here. The announcer. What are we gonna have them say here? What is a good example for what I know we're leading into? Okay, there we go. Yeah. See, you'll see me bouncing around the entire time. Bunker. And over time, as I'm writing here, I know that I want this to be in some sort of underground bunker. I will add some details as we go along here. So I'll be going through the story. I'll be adding my dialogue, adding my panels, adding my pages. And as I'm working through, I'll think, okay, well, this is something that I would want in the bunker for what's about to happen. And now that I have underground bunker up there, it could change into something else. We could end up in a hospital. We could end up literally anywhere at any given time. All right, here, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, friends. I meant to do something else and I got rid of my screen. 1 second. We'll get it here. Boom. Allow. Go back here. And now We are almost there, friends. Almost there. Let's see how this works out. Let's see how this goes. Let's see here. The brilliant star that shines through the night, the sonic boom that shakes the room. Riser Man stands before you. Heck yeah, good to see you, Mr. Riser Man. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. Possibly in more ways than one. Here very soon. Off to the back. C4. Oh. Themselves. Rowdy pack. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, Ichthys is getting some coloring done. Can you share what you're coloring, Ichthys? What are you working on, buddy? Alright, keep my multitasking up here. 30,000 things at once. Spinning all the plates. Almost. Oh, there we go. Almost finished with the Flock issue 2, so I'm very excited to work on issue 4 soon. Oh, wow. So that's a big jump. That's a big jump. Very, very soon. Awesome, dude. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you, Ichthys. Man, you deserve all the big wins. You truly, truly do, my friend. I'm so excited for you. You deserve the best things, and no. Let me restart that. Let me rephrase that. You could have 1,000 perfect lives of exactly what you want, and it would still not begin to scratch the surface of what you truly deserve, my friend. And I mean that completely. You deserve the best things in life over 1,000 times over. Speaking of a phenomenal person who deserves the best things in life, we've got more friends. How's it going, Neostar?
Hey, how's it going? Can you
Doing
guys hear me
well,
all right?
man. Yeah. Oh, silky smooth. Silky smooth, Mike. Man,
Sweet.
man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got just got through eating. Was about to work on a few drawings of myself. So and then I
Awesome.
know where I get a message coming to talk. So here I am.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on. As those of you who have been in the comments or whatnot of a few different productions or live streams, I'm sure we've all seen Neostar and his incredibly creative intros every single time to the live chat. Always entertaining, always fun. uh, Dude, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm happy to be here, but oh, you won't believe how long it's been since the last time I've been on a live stream. I think it's let's see, what year is it?
Man, I get it. I get it. Well, especially it seems like a trend that maybe not as many are happening anymore. So it's nice. I feel honored. I feel honored to have you on and have any sort of audience here that we can talk about whatever. Talk about Riser Man and its future. And do you have anything you'd like to talk about? Do you want to give the pitch for Riser Man?
Riser Man, I'll try and say whatever I can. And
I like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, 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 typically typically I was always kind of, when going into the Rising Man pitch without getting it in the spoilers. But I think I reached a point. Well, I think I reached a point where spoilers aren't really much of an issue. I've kind of had Rising Man around long enough, but it's basically like the yes, Rising Man started as a humble neighborhood detective investigating a series of attacks on various science labs throughout the city. But during one investigation, he ends up getting abducted by the criminal organization known as Red On. It became one of several human experiments to create a genetically enhanced living weapons.
Badass. Excuse me if you're offended by language. But that's awesome, dude. And now I'm gonna butcher the word here. I'm gonna butcher the word. I know it. Is this so? Are you inspired by? And you're gonna have to help me out here. It starts with a T. Toku.
Okay, you got it so far. Keep going.
Son of biscuit. Tokusatsu. Something. Oh gosh, I gotta Google.
Tokusatsu.
Okay.
Awesome. On the first go. You're good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the positivity and the confidence boosting while I'm trying to say it here. Is there an inspiration?
I can barely talk myself, honestly.
Hey, man, teamwork makes the dream work. We're gonna get through the words together. Heck yeah.
Know it.
So is there some inspiration there from like Super Sentai and Kamen Rider or anything like that?
Yeah, I will. I gotta say, okay. Well, technically, the Tokusatsu angle that is actually a big part of that. I mean, yeah, Riser Man's overall design was inspired by the original creator of Kamen Rider's work. Let's see, Shotaro Ishinomori. I believe that's how his name is pronounced. He was the original creator of Kamen Rider and technically Super Sentai. And now that I think about it, Super Sentai as well. Well,
dang.
Yeah. This is long before it was like TV shows. He actually made genuine mangas of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai before they were adapted to television. And I gotta say, they were actually a lot more darker than you would think from the shows, honestly.
Oh, I can imagine, because sometimes I get hints of that. Like, I haven't watched too much of it, to be 1,000% honest. I haven't watched too much, but I've watched a bit of Kiva, Kamen Rider Kiva, and Amazons on Prime. Yeah, which obviously is significantly more gory than most of the other series, but I get a bit of the vibe.
I was gonna say, to be fair, the original Amazon was actually pretty gory, even for Kamen Rider from the 70s. Amazon would straight up maul the monster. Monster was like a wild animal. It wasn't too far off from what the Amazons series did.
Really? I'm gonna have to check that out then.
Yeah.
I'm definitely having trouble finding
budget, and he mostly just uses claws and teeth.
Which I think is awesome. I think obviously with Underlord, that's sort of what we're doing, but I love the idea of this feral hero, like just an absolute monster for good.
Oh yeah, Amazon's practically like a heroic version of Sabretooth. Almost. He would just obliterate the monsters, but he was always so kind and caring towards everybody else. He was practically Tarzan out of the costume in the original series.
I love that description. That's awesome.
Yeah, imagine if Tarzan became like a common rider, and that's basically Amazon.
Let me check the comments here real quick. Dude,
All right,
while
go
I'm
ahead.
checking these comments, I just want to say thanks again, dude. It's so awesome to actually get to have like a normal conversation with you. But just coming on and not leaving me here by my lonesome is also just really kind of you, dude. Thank you so much. I love getting to talk to you.
Happy to be here. I actually really miss being on panels. Some odd years ago, oh, I was almost a semi regular, but because of my work, I can never actually, participate in
Uh, yeah,
live streams. The most I could do was occasionally I have a few minutes at a time. I'm in the chats.
I feel you, man. I feel. I mean, well, like I said earlier today, I fell asleep during during a stream yesterday, so I get it, man. Sometimes that schedule and stuff just ruins it. Let's see here, Mrs. H. I was stressing today over trying to draw digitally, and Ictus's voice kept haunting me. There was a stream where he was like, "I love these lines. They are so clean." Oh, well, Ictus just has that voice that rings out for many moons to come. Thank you so much, Paul. You are truly an amazing and genuine. Oh my gosh, dude, you're so kind. Ictus, man,
Ictus is aces, man.
I do not deserve your friendship, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. I can't wait to get some gators in my life. I don't know about you. Oh snap, Neo in the panel. Heck yes, Neo in the panel, man. Heck yes, Neo in the panel.
Yes, indeed, Ictus. Oh, happy to hear from you, pal.
I am so excited for Riser Man. Me too, man. Me too. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that crossover piece. Who
Yeah.
did that?
Okay. So the artist behind the air is someone I've been working with for a while. Felipe on. Hang on a second. Sorry, TV going off in the background here.
You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah. He's an artist I've been working with for quite a long time now. Felipe on the air. I believe that's how his name is pronounced. Now he is the one behind the more. I want to say he's I want to say he's the official artist for Riser Man, and as pretty much all the major works relating to the character.
That's dope.
All done through his commissions. I mean, I do do drawings of Riser Man myself, and Grant. Those are usually a bit faster, but not nearly as good as Felipe as work. Part of the reason Riser Man is even on the map now is thanks to his phenomenal skills on the character.
Oh, I feel you, man. I feel you. I get that.
And I found I was a little resistant at first because I was still kind of immersing myself into the indie scene here, but I finally got around to get him to do a crossover pick with Riser Man and some of the other up and coming indie characters that have been around, and since I kind of already had a frame of reference for the image, I thought, hey, could you go ahead and draw Riser Man taking on Kirby Gator here? He was actually pretty interested to see in the design. He thought the game airs look pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully we might get more crossovers between him and the, let's see, how did Ictus always say it? The juvenile pro wrestling game.
Exactly. Heck yeah, man. JRPG. Can't wait. JRPG, Riser Man. We got all sorts of super cool projects that are in the works, and I'm excited for everyone's. I want all of you to fill up my shelves. I need them full. I got too much empty space. I need those books.
Yeah, my problem is having having too little space. I need to install like a shelf somewhere for the different indie books I've been collecting these past
Oh.
couple of years. It's like I love y'all, I love your work, but I'm kind of running out of room around.
Man, I feel you. I feel like I went from that scenario to too much shelving. My goodness, yeah. Yep. It's so funny how that works out. So where let's see here. What's your inspiration for Riser Man? I mean, like, where, like, what is that spark that said, I have to write this story?
Okay.
If you want
Well,
to share, if you want to share.
I'll share. Just my arm, why don't you? Okay. Part of the reason. Okay, like I said a moment ago, Riser Man is definitely inspired by by a lot of tokusatsu works, particularly by Ishida Mori. Common writers, hits the kooky helmet Riser Man, and wears the antennas, the eyes are the almost exoskeleton like costume he always wore.
Yeah.
Bit of a fun fact. Yeah, bit of a fun fact. Like I said, Riser Man is not your typical human protagonist. I mean, he is. Boy, that's a whole can of worms describing that. Let's just say he was kind of reconstructed to be a living weapon, and that kind of includes his suit that kind of doubles as sort of a flexible body armor in a sense.
Badass.
Yeah. He's basically a guy in a metal bug suit. You may as well.
A badass metal bug suit.
Yeah. Also hence the long scarf as well, which is kind of a staple for more older tokusatsu works. Nobody, they don't really prioritize a flowing scarf anymore. More in these. It's kind of a throwback aspect to it.
Well, that just means you get to style on all the new guys, man.
Oh yeah. Nobody rocks the scarf like Riser Man.
Hell yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, although even though I mentioned those being the main inspirations, I gotta say of all the more story aspects of Riser Man leans a bit more Western than Japanese, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, particularly works like the Ninja Turtles, and Riser Man is technically a mutant, albeit a reconstructed one in a sense, as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, as well as dealing with beings from alternate dimensions as well. There's a lot of interdimensional works with Riser Man.
Dope, man.
Oh, yes, indeed. Huh?
I love it though. I love the character design. It's cool to hear that there is definitely some Western influence in there, especially TMNT, right?
TMNT and the Flash technically.
Hell yeah, we'll get and the later. Flash. Like I that's cool. I like hearing that. Especially because with how much sort of conversation of comics versus manga there is anymore, it seems like, it's nice to see creators taking influence from both and showing the best of both aspects. It's dope, especially with you being such a positive, friendly, and supporting aspect of the community. It's awesome to see, in the same sort of way, you are a unifier of styles. So I love that.
Ah, man, give me a big head over here. Yeah.
I'm just speaking from truth, man. I'm just speaking from truth.
Yeah.
I love talking to friendly people, and I only give compliments I mean. So I promise,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate that. I appreciate both your personal and creative aspects for sure.
Likewise. Likewise.
Thank you,
Likewise.
man.
Yeah, I do. I won't lie. I do have my own sort of hot takes when it comes to the whole manga and comics discussion. Well, I suppose not really a hot take. It's more like a bit of a personal observation. I don't I don't notice it from where I stand. And it's a little less of a either or situation, and more like a fundamental similarity here
Mm,
here here. At the end of the day, a lot of people just want to be entertained, and I feel that manga kind of fills a season need and yeah season need that's being as sort of lacking in comics at the moment I don't want to say overall, I just say at the moment, and this kind of goes in and fills it. See a need, fill a need. That's kind of a mindset I felt on my I kind of picked up when I was I was younger. Just see what people are interested in, and try to do your best to fill that. I'm not saying go away from your own creativity and activity and vision. I'm just saying more like there's something people would like to see, and I'm sure people can custom their work to sort of fit that.
yeah, I get you, man. I get you. I can respect that. Oh, let's hear
Yeah.
Ichthus Neo.
Then again, I could just be projected acting. No, because part of the reason I've gotten so far into the end is because they've been putting out fun stories and characters that I kind of haven't been feeling from any recent works from the industry. But that's about the extent I got for that.
Oh, definitely. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you on that. Let's see here. Neo is a phenomenal person for the indie community. I am truly grateful for your support and being a blessing. You truly stand before us. See, look at this,
Ah,
man. This is just
ah, thanks. I just appreciate you, brother.
biggest heart in all of comics, without a doubt. He's just his he's incredibly kind and just an absolute blessing. Uh, absolutely, both of you are just so kind and supportive of other creators. I don't see I don't see either of you putting anyone down ever. You're not getting into fights online. You all are just kind, easygoing people, which of course we all have our moments where we're not easygoing, but you're very good at hiding it if either of you ever are, which which is awesome. Truly awesome. Um let's see here. Have you been reading anything lately that you're really getting into?
Yeah, boy. Well, 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 I won't lie to you. As much as I tend to harp on the on the industry and kind of wanting to do better, I suppose have still been reading a few works when I may able.
Hey, that nothing wrong with that at
I
all.
mean, I mean, heck, heck, there are a few diamonds in the rough out there, even if they don't only last for even if they do only last a couple of issues. Honestly, that last
Damn
Beta
right.
Ray Bill was pretty was pretty awesome. It was like a classic space adventure battling I am monsters, alien invaders, all from the comfort of your giant talking ship.
You know what? I
And
think I did see some people talking about Beta Ray Bill with some really really kind words. I dig it.
Indeed. Yeah. And then the TMNT, yeah, that's another thing that I still keep up on the last run. It was basically like this sort of, I want to say almost dystopian future of Ninja Turtle story. Or
That's
I
what
won't
it
get into,
seems like.
yeah, I won't get into any actual spoilers, but let's just say we lose a lot of core characters, and we're taking on one heck of a returning threat.
That's what it sounds like from the little pieces I've heard, is that it's dark and intense. I like that though. I like, well, yeah. I think of course, as an adult, I feel like I'm a little biased, but I love a good dark take on something that's maybe a bit more lighthearted usually. Uh, but also as I'm like thinking of you know, growing up and even more. I say growing up as if I'm not almost 30. Uh, but
Man, I
as
am
I'm
30.
getting even as I'm getting older, I of course I'm thinking about um, the day could come when I have kids and whatnot. I, you know, as both I think Scott the Flock Wilson and Tyler Carpenter from Draw and Talk have both said, they're creating books that could be fun for anybody. And I'm wondering, do you
Yeah, a lot
think
of
with
our,
stuff like the
yeah, a
Last
lot of our
Ronin
fellow
and whatnot?
creators.
Oh, go ahead.
Hmm? Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry. I
too
was kind
fine.
of just thinking out loud. I realize a lot of our fellow creators, a lot of our fellow creators are all freaking parents. You know that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's where part of my heart is well, Underlord is surprisingly for what it is actually supposed to be my most kid-ish friendly story. But
That's
I'm wondering.
understandable. Billy and Mandy was pretty, pretty dark,
Yes.
full of underworld references and horror ass. Actually, that was
Heck,
pretty kids friendly.
heck
We said Courage the
yeah.
Cowardly Dog. Oh,
That
it's
one
like Tales
big.
from the Crypt for kids.
That's a great way of describing it. Great way of
Oh yeah.
describing it. I wonder if us as creators were so purely focused in on making something that we enjoy that maybe we're not ruining our chances, but definitely uh, hurting our chances at getting new fans at a young age. I most of the
Oh
Batman. I
yeah, I
haven't
thought of
read
that
too
too,
much Batman.
honestly.
Yeah, I haven't read too much Batman lately, but I know a lot of the stories I'm hearing about. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. If I had I don't know, if I had a kid 10 years ago, that I would necessarily let them read the Batman that's out right now.
Oh
With
yeah, that is true. Although to be fair to the character like Batman, like you can make kid friendly adaptations of the character and still have it be true to the true to the character. I think that's kind of the when it comes to adapting some work. You can compromise my eyes based on it and while still putting out a relatively decent variation on the character. I look at
True.
Batman Brave and the Bold as a pretty decent example.
Dude, I mostly watched that show before I was ready to go to bed, but I genuinely had a great time watching watching that show. I was surprised at how good it was. I was
Oh yeah.
shocked.
In fact, I won't even lie. I think I enjoyed Brave and the Bold so much. It was because it was basically Batman crossovers, the TV show.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's like,
Perfect
yeah, Batman is the
example.
main character, but he always seems to give like at least one or two other superheroes a chance to shine as well.
Yes, yeah. And as someone who originally got into comics as a way of getting his getting some of his screenplay stories out a bit faster, I was shocked at learning how many characters I had never heard of before. I think shoot, I think Bronze Tiger, the first time I ever heard of Bronze Tiger was in that show.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, that was the first time I learned about Bronze Tiger too, frankly.
Yeah, right. And then I got to see him in Suicide Squad, and I was like, "Oh, I know who that is." I mean, not the new one, but you know what I mean.
The TV
Let's see
Suicide
here.
Squad.
Ichthus,
Played by
Underlord is an
Michael
all.
Jai White, who also played Spawn.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
the same actor that played Bronze Tiger on like Arrow and stuff. That was the same actor who played Spawn in the live action movie.
Interesting. Dope. That's super
And
cool.
he was also the guy that got killed by the Joker in the Dark Knight movie.
that I knew. I know him mostly from Black Dynamite and the
Yeah,
Undisputed sequel.
live action and TV show. Oh, that was both him.
That's awesome. Ichthus says Underlord is an all ages book. Now you pique my interest. The title kind of steers away from the hint of all ages and general title name. So Underlord, I would say probably like we're kind of like One Piece is probably the same sort of One Piece, Black Clover, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure are kind of the same audiences we're going for. Middle school and whatnot to start. Well, all ages. We're gonna say all ages to start is the goal, and then just get darker and a bit more mature as Carly and her gang keep moving forward. Just in the same way that.
I couldn't resist.
No, you're totally good. Totally good. In the same sort of way that kind of like the Arlong Park arc hit. We'll have our own moments. Marineford. Yeah, yeah. So in the same way that One Piece could be read by. So the idea when I was creating Underlord was, I look at the scholars, the students that the students I work with, the students I teach, the students that go to the school I work at, and they don't really come from a background where they have too much money to be able to spend on comics or manga or whatnot. The only comic.
Oh yeah, you did say you were a teacher, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm an English as a second language teacher. Yeah, in the Tulsa area, and they don't really come from families or backgrounds where they can spend money on that. The only time they can get manga is if our librarian is able to convince people to let her get some, which she's been really pushing for, which is awesome. Shout out to Miss Santoy for working so hard for our kids. But the idea is that we will have a story that is completely free digitally. And now you would be able to buy the physical volumes. But if you wanted to read Underlord, if you wanted to keep up on Underlord, you would be able to read it for free. It is always going to be digitally free. And we would raise money in different ways. Yeah, that's the idea. Now it means, I can't pay artists to pump out content as fast as maybe someone like Tyler Carpenter, which go check out Girl with the Mega Fist Friends. Tyler Carpenter is a friend of mine, friend of the channel. Super duper dope guy and dope creator.
Yeah, cool.
So go check out Girl with the Mega Fist. But yeah, so I might not be able to pump content out as much as him or as quickly as him, but we are definitely aiming for the same quality goal for sure. Same quality goal. Which please forget all the nice things I just said about Tyler Carpenter. We just declared each other as rivals. So Tyler, I'm coming for you. We're gonna fight. With work.
Derek King owes Riser Man a pizza eating contest. I'm saying that. I'm saying that right now.
Man, wouldn't that put you in an unfair advantage with all the cheese?
Man, Riser Man needs to eat a lot to compensate for the energy he's constantly using. Constantly using.
I dig
He's
it.
Riser Man's one of them shonen big anime. Man, he has to consume a lot of food. He's a very mobile and active combat man. He needs to compensate for all the calories he's constantly burning, just trying to survive fights with enemies.
I love it, man. I love it. It's gonna be such a fun story when it comes out, man. It's gonna be such a fun story. I can't wait to read some Riser Man. It'll be a good time.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, I got a bit of a confession to make when it came to Riser Man. Man, for a while, the time frame has been a bit of an issue for me, but ultimately, I do have to admit something. Prior to who creating Riser Man, I actually did not have any formal knowledge in writing comic scripts.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you see, for the longest time, I kind of made the mistake of trying for the image method, where I had hoped my drawing skills would eventually be enough to compensate for not actually making a formal script for Riser Man. I just thought I was skilled enough at drawing and doing panels. I could pretty much just do Riser Man as I went, because I would already know the overall story or what I was going for. But yeah, that didn't really pan out too well. I mean, I can draw a bit, but it's really just good. But it's really more. I'm really more of a concept artist, frankly. Enough, I draw just well enough to convey what I'm going for to a better artist like Felipe.
I feel you, man.
Yeah. In fact, it was only recently I even was able to find time to get Riser Man, the rest of the Riser Man cat as produced and given to Felipe and to get drawn on out.
Badass.
Yeah. I'm not sure you saw like the whole set, but there were like three other primary characters in Riser Man besides him. For the longest time, it was kind of just me showing Riser Man off in different scenarios and interactions with folks. I never actually showed anybody who else was there with Riser Man.
Oh man, I get that. It's you're playing the long game though, so it's all right. You're getting it done. You're getting it in. The cast is there.
Yeah. With that said, I have actually been trying to get a few short order Riser Man stories put together, at least so I could have something out there as a frame of reference for folks. Because, well, even though I have a lot of things going with Riser Man, and I don't imagine anybody actually knows who the character is particularly outside of fighting monsters and villains, maybe hanging out with one of Felipe's own original characters. Oh yeah, Felipe's also a reader as well. Huh?
Dope. Well, it'll come along, man. We'll all be on the hype train for you here. We're all gonna be on the hype train. Oh yeah. Well, when I do another one of these, you'll have, because I'll be I know I've been struggling for the past so wait, hold on here. So Paul, when we reveal the exclusive contract with Substack, I don't know what Substack is. Does that mean I have to twerk online for money? Should I shake my butt?
Nah, I'm sure you're good. But Substack is kind of like, let's see how to describe it. I almost want to say I want to say it's almost like a new Patreon system, but for professional comic creators and stuff. I think you get like I don't know this for a fact. You'll have to actually research that, but I think you get like a small all stock. I happen to pay, and like you and your team to get it produced and you have like a subscription service to a particular creator and stuff.
That's awesome. That's super cool. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out then.
Yeah, it's like a weird cross between Webtoons and Patreon from what I've seen of it. Can't say for certain though.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open up a tab here to check that out as soon as we're done here in just a second. But so Neo, do you have anything you'd like to say before we close out the stream here?
What? It's over already? I wasn't prepared for this. Well, what do we do? What do we say? Right, huh? The brilliant star that shines through the night, the surge of power that jumpstarts justice. Riser Man stands before you. Oh man, I think my voice cracked at the end. Hey, man, you think we can do another take of that? No. All right, fine. I guess that's what we can do. Ooh. Oh hey. That's a familiar face down the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was trying to do my best to imitate.
Hey man, I thought that was a great. I thought that was a great job, dude. You like silky smooth on the Neostar stuff, and I love that so much, man. I love it.
I kind of gotta be in the zone. Or that otherwise my voice cracks and I start uttering all over the place. It's probably the longest time I went without it happening.
Hey man, hey, it happens. It happens. All good.
Yeah,
you
handle it like a champ. Stream I was on, my voice would crack every 5 freaking seconds.
Man, I feel like I'm going through 18th puberty. I'm right there with you on it. Well, thank you all for stopping by and coming to the stream tonight. I hope you all have a phenomenal night. Big shout out and thank you to anyone who came into the chat. Neostar Productions, dude, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I know it was originally going to be me just writing, but Neo was nice enough to come in and give me some company so that I wasn't all on my lonesome tonight. Dude, you are the best for coming in. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for just your friendship and support, man. You're the bomb.com. For everyone else, have a phenomenal night.
Keep on shining, folks.